any other shit. But yeah, we go on some vacation, you only have like 5 schools to go to. Yeah, it's only in the shed and you can't remember like 20 priorities.
Yeah, that's why I know there's 5 schools, so whatever day it fits into, I can go to a class.
There's a couple of things we could go over. I like going over what we were doing. But I kind of want to show you guys something that you may have seen, you may not have seen. But Tanner was talking to me, you being a wrestler, this outside grip. It's annoying. It's like someone else's music in the next property. Over unders. So I got it over, I got it under. I'm making my head connection. I'm trying to work on my footing, I'm trying to trip or whatever, but I can't have my butt way out here because you can snap down and pull, collar tie. So I get in this weird spot here, he can drive his hips in and then get under me and start elevating. So I gotta find a sweet spot where I can get my lead foot in, but not be committed, but still have a good base so I can keep it. Me being shorter, which is what you're gonna encounter when people are shorter than you. I try to keep my head here and on your chest, keep you standing up. But if you keep a good position with whatever, your head or a forearm, while you're doing the collar tie, I want you to get the collar tie and use your forearm on my collarbone. So you're not only keeping me from posturing up with this collar tie, but you're also preventing me from coming in with this bone right here. I can't get in any closer than whatever your structure would allow me to do. So me, knowing this, instead of going for this underhook right away, I'm coming to this. And what Tanner was helping me work with was, if I'm here on the underhook, and whatever he starts doing, I'm already denying him an underhook to reach under, and I'm able to come in. So, if he was playing with me with this big old hand this, and I don't know if you've ever done this, I have not. I've been trying to get this, and it's hard. But if we can just work on one person's here.
So the way I've usually done it is, so I'll unlock, and then I can use this arm drag. And even if I don't get the arm drag, what will happen is thumb drop, block. As I start to arm drag, I stand up and turn towards me.
Step it back. We're not even there. No. It's all about this upside down grip. And I understand what you're saying, you're right, because it is to go from arm drag to arm block. But right here, look, he's already inside. So if he pummels his hand up, he's here. This little gesture, which is hard for me to get to right now. If he tries to pummel up, it's that little playing with a hand fight. So if you get me, right, and I pummel, I got something. But sometimes if I'm here, I'm not doing anything. I have to go outside. Once I do that, I open my elbow. So playing with that and stand up. So if you come up and try to do a thumb down, and I'm trying to get a collar tie. So I need to get this underhook. So I'm going to drive this down, come around, and reach through. You beat me to this position. But I'm having trouble getting there. I'm doing this. I'm like trying to fumble with my first breath. Or whatever. However you guys do your first one. Right? So I wanted to pick your brain on it because it is weird. And then of course you're gonna go like he's saying, we're gonna go to other things. Whereas
That's just the
I get it. No, I'm not but what I'm saying is like if I'm here and I want to go over and for some reason I'm playing this game, he's gonna probably pummel out. That arm is there.
Because I'm thinking about this side, I'm not thinking there.
Another one that I've been trying to work on, and I'm not really I told you about it, so I got this under him. But he's got a good base. He's not letting me get my hips in, I'm not getting position. I'm here. So if I can get him to either step in my chest bump, and then try to step. He can actually step back. I'm trying to do that without tweaking people's knees, but I'm fumbling with that knee tap. It's harder for you because, no, it's not hard. Your technique is going to be, so if I have to go to his knee, our natural instinct is to bend. What I'm going to need you to think of is concentrating on getting your hips under your spinal column. It's not something you're going to do naturally. Head position, squat. Yeah, that's actually very good. You probably do some of your practices. You're right there. Horse. So, as a wrestler, he's trying to keep his hips under his posture so he's postured. So when he takes the shot, watch where his hips and his head are in a position lined up right there. He's making connection with his chest. He's leading with his chest. There's no bend in his hips. That's what I want you to think of too. I can kind of get away with it because it's shorter. I can kind of move my hips in. But when you have having a long torso, it's going to be a long move. He does really good at bringing his hips in. Like that. So maybe we can play with this, taking an underhook shot to a single leg. So I'm going to be going. He's going to let me play with this. He's going to give me a little hand fight. He's going to grab a hand or whatever. I'm going to try. And that's all I'm going to do, just a little single leg snatch. If you feel comfortable or you don't get it, knee tap to the leg hook. And the knee tap, where that comes from is, if I'm doing this, if you feel comfortable doing this, I'm trying to get this leg to come in. If I put him straight out, he's going to walk. So, if I just walk straight back, he's going to follow. But like in basketball, if you've ever played basketball, if I'm pivoting on this foot, getting his legs. Make sense?
Yeah, okay. Right.
Yeah, that's fine. Anything else?
So, when you have a good wrestler, when you need that, it's a pull. Most of the time, it's a pull. If you don't, you'll need to give him a little bit of reason to go. So, for when he steps back, he might not take this step forward, so you kind of have to force him by giving a little bit of shoulder pressure too. So take that step back. And you're just going to pivot, turn, and gives that. I have to, because my shoulders are starting to move, my legs have to move with it. Otherwise, I get stuck back here like this, and then I get pushed over. So my natural inclination is, if I make you pivot the way I step, I pull this and make your hip follow. Because otherwise you just fall.
So we'll do that, just a pivot step, to get their corner to step. Then we'll do the under pivot step. That if we don't get what we want, we get the right under. So we're going to start with this. Pivot, step, pivot, and I'm going to go into reverse one grip. And if I go into here, and I keep doing the pivot step, oh, under hooks. Turn that, or we can do it over. That is it.
Yeah, the double unders you do a suplex.
What I want to do is after this, if he doesn't step back, is put the snatching bar right.
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't step back, you just finish it simple.
Let's work on that. Just because
Right, next.
I'll do some.
Okay.
So I don't want to take any thing there. So if you squat down and then bring your head into me and push your head into here. And think, say your chin's down, I want you to kind of want to use the front of your forehead.
Okay.
In your hand. So bring your hands like this.
Okay.
You see, yeah, you're going to use that part of your head in your hand.
Yeah.
And you're going to trap my elbow, kind of with that little bicep connection. And you bring this up to your heart. That's where you have your emphasis. Because if you would just bring your elbow and I'm going to try to bring it out.
Okay.
But then you can bring your hand up to your chin. Now, just without doing this, just bring your elbow to your floating lips. It kind of loses that when you upper elbow. Feel like this. If you concentrate doing this up to your chin on the opposite of the heart, you're stuck. Keep going. So if I get this over under and I get this, you do the head position. It's me. Now I'm going to connect here. Different. So what you can do is Please. Hey, put your head back in. You can.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna work on step, step, as opposed to
Yeah.
go for it. Get your arm everywhere, keep fucking going, and not shortly. And do you see how you level your head? You level your shoulders? I just want you to take with your left foot, step back to that corner of my hand. So maybe work with the push, but it will work with the backside. So instead of just that much, let me do push. And then from here, reach in to your knees out. Ooh, stepping with that knee behind. And with this, push it back. Make sense?
Yeah.
Drive it, you reason to push back in, push back in, pivot. So everywhere. You're not being dick. You're just making it.
Yeah.
You're not going back and forth. Pivoting, you're zigzagging. And with that big step that you can do, I'm gonna have to follow you. I might shoot down the double legs, I might shoot down and take a shot. We'll worry about that later. What do you think about that for him?
I like it for him, I'd like to settle the knee down a little bit more. It's not, when I'm reaching out for it, if I just smack it, anybody who's experienced this, I want to come there because I want to come and make you say, oh, I'll take this.
Yeah.
So you might.
So now, get through the rest of him, and then we'll work on asking you to signal. You need to tap to drive him in. And then you can actually go for it, and if it doesn't work, then we'll go to our trip. And we'll back up the ship over snacks and go on the third. So yes, for this one, you're just gonna drill him with your half-ass knee tap. Oh, is that okay with you?
Yep. As long as it's put off.
Yeah. I forgot. Just wanted someone to call.
So, reverse your grip.
Now with me, I'm not gonna take you down. Actually, you shouldn't do that. You're gonna shouldn't do that. That's not actually true. So he's putting that on my head.
Yeah.
I'm hooking here. And I'm driving in, so,
Do it some a couple times. So you can do it.
so, when I pull back,
So we're trying not to fall in the guard, but probably sometimes.
yeah, you still get, take down points, but,
I'm not criticizing, I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take down, take.
so, again, you're on here, I'm hooking at the tendon, because there's nothing else really great to grab back there. You can grab here, anyway. And then I drive in with the head, and that gets me a push-pull, and it puts you past here.
It's good to use that one. There's a good gun on there. Position.
Back. I need you to lower your head just a little bit.
Okay.
Yes, he's short, but I still want to get his, I still want to be here versus if I'm a little bit higher, yeah, my angle works. But I have trouble, for me, I have trouble getting to where I need to be at the knee.
Okay.
I would rather be in good contact with the knee and get the lift.
I feel
Then,
that. Yeah, I feel his head pushing my upper torso back. I have nothing else to do but to post on my leg.
but see if you can get to the center of his chest. Just because if I get here, I'm up here, if he squats down suddenly and I lose that lever, now I'm okay. But if I get to the center of his chest, I got this. We might donkey kick back. But now we're fighting from scramble.
And that's gonna happen. I'm gonna try to stay up.
That's
Steps on my phone ass.
yeah.
And as long as you get your knees around my knees, you're gonna side control.
Yeah.
So we're gonna side control, can't do something. Because right now we're not going for submissions. I want you to get to the house the guard, control your side and the submissions will come later. And so then if you get this, I'm not gonna take it right here, but I mean, I don't know if I can do this. But I'm trying. So I'm leading with this foot. I'm driving. So step back. Really sell this. He doesn't really step when he steps back. Way out. And I can't get my knee in because he got his base so heavy. So what I'm gonna do is I don't have the length to reach. Do you guys do? Is I'm gonna drive my chest to meet his chest. And go back into lifting into that one. Instead of going outside knee tap, inside the knee. So as tall as you are, I'm not going to get that leg and really elevate it. Really elevate it and get me off balance. So we'll go slow because it's going to be harder to reach. Just nice and slow. Make that step, make that step. You're selling that knee tap. Now, step back and widen out. So now your knee can't come in so much under. Go deep. So using your thumb, I want you to try to reach the back of my knee.
You're trying to get a hold of
So we're just going to reach in, and I want you to go as deep as you can. I want your hand to come all the way through here. Right there.
Okay.
And now I want you to bring this knee straight up. And as you're doing that, it's going to come out of my hip. You're going to elevate. Just go there. I'm going as deep as I can. I'm going to lower this hand. Take his hip. Boom. So think of it. This is elevating, and then this is how many units stay standing up.
Okay.
What you think of this? Computer. Get my leg up.
As it go.
Don't throw me. Let's just start moving. You see, I'm gonna compensate. You miss that double, reach out.
Okay.
Reach. Move this down. We'll work on that one. I'm probably not able to.
Yeah.
I've been working on that one. You might not work through the knee tap.
Yeah.
Playing with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So go for it. That's it. You're just driving in. Once you get here, I want you to get your knees around. Chest to chest. Shimmy your knees around.
Or you keep setting up in that half guard-ish position, just go straight to me there. Yeah. As you come down, cut straight across that leg.
I'm hoping with the distance between your knees and my hips, you can just get right inside. But again, we'll start playing with this grip. It's not always there, but it's something. Knee tap, knee hooks, driving forward. Also, I know it's hard for you, you might not go to the back. If they don't expect you to do it, then you got other options. We can drill that more often. I just wanted you to have something again.
Yeah.
Besides just start pulling. I just wanted to know what I do.
The only other thing that I would say is, I've talked about it before, but I like thumb blocks. It gives, especially since I'm longer than he is, It's one of my favorite options. Thumb block, pass.
What that thing is, that's gonna emphasize your reach.
So here, just pass, step, single, and here you go. You got keep it to your neck, we collar tie.
Is that thumb right on your right foot? Can't see it.
So it just has to be over the collar. If it comes here, then it moves a lot versus if it's down.
Oh, wow.
It's, yeah,
Is that
so
what-
that's a little bit of a difference.
Is that the left?
I wouldn't even go, don't go to one drag, pass across one to the other. Now I want you to turn, face that way. So you're gonna go down to that knee. You're gonna grab the thigh, grab the ankle. Left.
That's your entry.
So, this is what I want you to conceptualize. This is how I like to teach kids. This takeout, stay there. Start here. Everything can be modified from here, but start here. I'm going to take my knee, I'm going to put it next to your foot while I turn and face the other direction.
No, you need some where you
So what I'm saying is, I'm going to take my knee, I'm going to put it next to his foot, and then I'm going to turn and face the other direction. This hand is going to go behind his leg, and my head is going to go into his hip, and it goes like this. From here, the takedown is basically done. All I have to do is stand up and drive it. See how you start topping? I can either shelf up and start elevating, I can run the pipe, I can do all of my other stuff, but realistically, once I get this leg elevated, all of this, all I have to do is just keep lifting and it can my look like powering. So, I teach it from here. Knee goes to the outside of my foot, and I just switch the feet that are up. Hand goes down. Just drive it straight up. With the head in, scoop up and stand.
back to me.
So, we're going to do it again on my count from that position. It's here. And it goes in. When I lift, I scoop the ankle.
Left hand was in.
And I come up. And again, lots of blood pressure. I teach it like that because if you just stand up, just stand from it. Don't forget off there. Just stay there. The same thing happens, but it's harder to get all of this stuff correct because you're not really on the knee. So go back down on the knee. Knee to the outside of his foot. So you're a little far away. I want you to back up a little bit. That's where I want you to move. And then head pressure in. Now you're going to reach across and stay there. Nope. So, you pull your foot in. When you do that, if he pressures back into you, what happens? If you keep your foot out, all I want you to do is pivot. I don't want to stand up like this. I want to stand up like this. There you go.
Big difference. And same thing with your head driving.
Turn, pressure. There you go. Turn.
Yes, that's it. See how my body started to teeter? It wasn't. Yeah. The biggest thing is that we're gonna get sore in this wrestling is our lower back, so it just means we're not posturing up enough. We're going to get morning extension if we're trying to avoid it. So it's just-
And that's the point. That's part of the point of keeping my foot out here and my pressure out here. Is that none of this comes from my back. This is all legs. This is all legs, hips. If if I come from here to there, nothing, my back stays solid. In real life, it ends up looking
But we're doing it slow.
but we're doing it slow so we can do it correctly.
Your head and your longer torso than you would actually push my face away from the back. Next week, I'm getting my shoulders can't push your body.
And that good posture also stops the guillotines. As long as you keep your head up, stop those guillotines. And down. Turn. Don't shift your feet. Okay? Don't shift your feet before you stand up. If they're a little bit off, that much difference is going to be the difference between you falling and you not falling.
I think part of it is that I'm trying to keep my, instead of just like leaning in, I'm just like take you over. Because if I just pivot, it feels like I'm off balance, but I'm just holding on to you and letting you go over. Like that.
If you lean into him, he'll lean back into you and he'll keep that back.
Nice.
And this.
I think I'll get some off.
This is one of the ways that it's taught. Also, I kind of lean against the wall so that when I turn,
I fall like a
I
ninja.
fall. But I lean into the wall so when I turn, I'm still leaning into the wall. This teaches that pressure of being in, and it gets that movement correct.
So we're just knee. You're shifting one knee down, one knee up, one knee up.
Are you drive forward to that knee?
Right knee starts to come down as your left knee comes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
Back the other way. A little faster.
That's it.
I'm gonna drive forward a little bit more. There we go.
That's it.
Yeah. There you go. All doesn't fall down.
And we can control that more. I just wanted to give you something. I know a lot of times you're being nice, not trying to barrel, but we can. I'm not really sure what I can do. It's not here.
Yeah.
I can take you there. I can cheat you. I know you can do something, but we'll try to work with something else sometimes. Go ahead.
I like it.
Want to do some back control?
Sure, yeah.
So we'll do some like back control kicks, and I'll show you what it is. You take my back. So we're gonna do like 30 seconds. And he's gonna try to stay on my back and finish me. I'm just trying to escape. So all we're doing is practicing this as a simulated live drill. And ready, I can start with my hands here. You guys stay. Start with the seatbelt, the hooks in. Ready, go. And if I don't get out, he's not really trying to choke me. But if I start seeing we transition to an arm bar or a back triangle, or he's still actively playing, and my shoulders are not coming out. His shoulders not down. My elbows here, and he's still controlling. I'm not out till now. Okay. And that gives him time to work on his back control. It gives you time to work on escaping. We're not rushing the submission, and we're not trying because, yeah, he can try to choke, but the whole position is for control and escape defense. No such thing at all. Are you good to do that? Too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good. You want to try working on back control?
Yeah.
Offense, defense first. That's basically what
He's like, I need both. All right, good. Try to get this thing.
On your way. This is probably more realistic, bro, isn't it?
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Then you take his back. So he can finish the submission, but that's not the goal. But like I said, if you're not escaping, you want to head finish.
So, the only reason I went and started that short choke was because you were just holding the hands
Okay.
and then stopped kind of doing anything with it. be aware that I have to keep this hand from going around my throat the whole time. So 3, 2.
Out. Up. Now I put your back. And then you watch him and we'll give him some pointers after he sits off the bottom. And that'll help us get better against him.
Yep.
I'm gonna do it. There you go.
So the hand you most have to worry about is that top one. Two on one, get it over your head. Now just turn and grip, turn and guard. Work on the strips. Yep. Let that grip. There you go. Oop, that's not where you want to be.
You're right.
Thank you. Rather than just holding on to the strips, think about getting a grip on his hands. Especially that underhook side.
Okay.
You get a grip on that hand.
I'm fast. You don't need a thumb on this? If you overhook right here on the fatty portion.
Oh yeah. Because if he comes closer, that's good.
Yeah.
You don't want to stop him from coming closer. Unidirectional grip. Keep your head connected to his. Yeah.
You had it.
So you had it, you kept adjusting. So
You okay, Mike?
So I'm not gonna cinch it in, but if I've got a decent choke, now, ideally on my rear naked choke or my short choke, I want my elbow, the point of my elbow to be at the point of his chin. If I'm canted over a little bit, and I'm getting good pressure, I might still get this choke. I'm not gonna release this choke to readjust until I've given plenty of time for him to tap. Until I've been sitting here for a long time, and I've counted to like 20. 19, 25, still not tapping. This is not tight enough.
Not even here. Forward head pressure.
Yeah, sorry. And I,
Right here.
I was intending not to give forward head pressure, but it wasn't.
But I want you have this. And you heard me gurgling, I'm trying to get a little bit of breath. But just because I got a fit neck, my defense is just, I'm gonna eat that. And it's not a good defense. It's already too late for me. Because with you knowing that little head movement, making sure it's, if you're overhooking on one shoulder, your head should be on the opposite side. So whatever shoulder your arm goes over, your head should be on the opposite side of the head.
The other thing that I noticed was, back, the first time, go ahead and break this in. The first time with me, the first thing you did was go, wham! You're like, alright, what do I do from here? And yeah, there's a lot of pressure on me right now, but who's in control of where we are?
He is.
He is, because all he has to do is lead me to the underhook side, and I follow. There's very little I can do to stop that. Versus, when Mike had your back, the first thing you did was go there, like I did to you. Now, Mike worked really well. Rather than just attacking the neck, he switched to the underhook side arm and started attacking that. But he's already in a position where if he were to take my neck, if he were to try and choke me, his head's out of position, his arm's out of position, he can't get where he needs to be. And I can keep just keeping my butt off and keeping pressure with my hamstrings and pulling down.
It's pulling my IT bands. My heels are trying to stay connected, but my IT bands are stretching out. My knees are flared up.
And then watch what happens when I straighten my leg. The only thing he's hooked on is the inside of my thigh. And so when I put more pressure, all of his weight is not pulling there. And I now push that way.
This underhook is only saving me from having to go south, which is with your hand. That's why I want to this one here. So if he doesn't have to go south, I'm still connected to his shoulder.
And now instead of me going directly south, now I'm rotating him for the arm bar.
Rotate it back. That underhook is important for a lot of to try to control the arm hold.
Yeah.
And over here, I'm trying to control the clavicle with my elbow. So we always see what's that hand connection. It's that ball and socket and kind of touch. It's not, it's that elbow. It's okay. This is why I wanted to go over it, because this is 90% of the back control. Elbows, and then of course your hooks.
Chest
How
to
do I
back.
chest to back?
Head connection.
My superhero symbol to his superhero symbol on his teeth. So I think of it. One of my coaches used to tell us that. She was really 5 foot nothing, 100 pounds. But adequate enough to keep her on with growing up.
When you lost the leg, you almost did the right thing. You tried to do the thing that I did to you, and I'll show it to you real quick.
Lost leg.
When you got the leg off, you're this way, you're up and over my leg. You tried to lean me in, and then you just kind of shoved your knee in and tried to pull me back on. The key to this one is I need to drive into his shoulder. So even though my legs aren't connected, the important part, chest to back connection, underhook, I have all of this stuff, and I get him up off of his hip a little bit so that I've got a place to put my knee, so that he rolls over my knee and back into the other hook. That's the difference. When you push me to here and then try to jam your knee into a spot that I wasn't a hole. And then try to pull me back over, and I just kind of stayed on top of the knee.
So I want you to be driving from the side position where we're cuddling. If my knee's lying in here, I'm the big spoon. Instead of doing this, I'm going to drive my chest into this upper shoulder. So I got this under my legs, I just try to kick up and chest into the shoulder.
See that hold or something?
Yeah.
So I still have that space here, but that doesn't allow him to move his upper body. I'm hitting his shoulder with the mat, and I'm hitting here. Then I can rehook up. He's gonna sit on the leg. So now, left and back.
So the knee in, drag it back over. Yep.
So as soon as you feel like his hips getting loose, I want you to think of going chest, driving that top shoulder blade over his body, but not firing into his stomach.
Yeah. There's a diminishing return. The further I push you this way, I don't get any more from Welcome back.
Right heel over my knee. Driving, I think I'm gonna escape. Think of driving this knee at no chin. You gotta bring your left knee up a little towards your chest. And then bring this knee up a little. Look at that. So you've got a plan A if you start losing the legs. You've got one leg, you take the back. If I start making my escape and I'm bringing this down, you're what you can do. Walk this into position. And I got this here. Your knees up because they're about to break or shrink up. I'll hook. So if you start training, go chest to chest. You can do that with your reach, hook, drive with me. No hooks, you're losing your hooks. Boom. You can't get that chest to back. Aha! Love it. Back control. You're gonna let me get one leg loose. Boom. Oh no, don't get loose. Chest to back. Take it back again. Oh. So that's going to be your scramble from back and forth.
Yeah.
But if I lose a back, you just said really good defender. Boom, I'm going back. I'm taking you back again. I'm just going to get back. It's fine. I can't choke you. I got 30 minutes to just ride you up in the motherfucker. Anyone that didn't get defeated, you'll pick them. Choke will come.
Cool.
Okay. And that underhook is important, but I'm going to try to escape from that underhook. If for some reason I try to escape into your underhook, I want you to think of bringing your hand up to your head. So what I mean is, doesn't matter which side, I know your underhook's on this side. If I escape to this side, so if you got this over, your head's going to be on this side, you're maintaining your head on this side. I'm going into no man's land. I cannot escape because my underhook's here, whatever. Let's say you fuck up and I beat you and I get my head.
Okay.
You lose this position, you already felt there's a gap between your chest and my back, right?
Yeah.
So I need to get my shoulders flat to the mat and I need to elevate my hips to the ceiling. The way you're gonna prevent that is, you're gonna let go of this, and this hand's gonna come up to your ear like you're gonna come over here. I'm stuck. Now you can start making your adjustments here. Because we want a death grip, because we think that's our own connection, but remember, it's not from this, it's your elbows that are controlling. Look, I start sleeping, and you're here. Boom. Use this hook, drive your knee towards the front door. So that's where the hooks come into play. You're using the hooks in my hip pockets and my knees. If for some reason I'm being a little squirrely, use this boot under my knee pit, go back behind my leg, elevate, now I have no control. Just my knee pit. If you do that, look at that, I can't. I'm stuck. You start adjusting, adjust the back connection, get your head position, get your hand over my shoulder, over my trap. Boom, forward head position, and so all that, top and bottom work, hands, feet, chest connection, my chin's on the correct side. You have to do all that shit all at once. But with as long as you're training, now you're that. Oh, that's what I'm not saying in the back. I'm doing one of those things.
Click. There was that, I think I've shown this at least twice. When you got the back and then you do go to I can't remember what the finish was on that. That was,
Let's face the camera and then if you see it, if you want to. So, regular seatbelt is over, under, right?
Yeah.
So, stab the heart, I grab the middle portion of my hand.
Yeah.
Right? So, your defense is going to allow you to, you can overhook my hands and you're going to touch the chin. That's going to be your natural defense. You can overhook my hands. So, you got this hand and you can get your hand on this wrist too, if you want. Okay? Your ideal is to cross grip, grab this wrist, and then the other hand grabs this wrist. Now push your hands away, get your thumb out. This one you're going to use your thumb out. Okay? What you're doing is you're preventing me from bringing my elbows in. So once you push your hands towards your elbows, loses my punch. That's what you want.
okay.
So if when I go here, you start hand fighting. The reason why I put this underhook over first is my choking hand should just still come up.
Okay.
So whatever hand you peel away, boom, I go to the underhook side and I do 2-on-1. So this is the 2-on-1 that I did to you. This is the 5-0 grip that I was suggesting you do because that allows me to do this.
Okay.
So a lot of times I'll do this. Boom, you fight, I control the wrist. But I know I can't control you with the wrist. I come in and I grab the fatty portion of the hand, I go 2-on-1.
Okay.
Now you're going to probably peel this hand away. Boom, I go back to that 5-0 grip. Okay. So I move from here to here. The difference is tricep extends straight down towards your knee. Boom, good. Cool. Now, one more time. I'm going to grab here. It's going to be the only difference. You can still reinforce with the other hand. Go ahead, dude. There's no difference in my power.
Yeah.
But you can tell it's this
Full
wrist
leverage.
confidence. So, again, we're going to get here sometimes. But this is why I try to back myself up with this. Now, if you go ahead and try to fight that, cool. Well, you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Alright. So, seatbelt, 2-on-1. I can go to a Kimura grip. I can switch to a collar tie, which is a 5-0 grip. 10th Planet called it 5-0 grip. But it's simulating the rest. But it's going to be my muscle memory to go from here, 5-0 grip, collar tie goes right up to the tricep. And I'm spider crawling that elbow up. Because I'm hoping that I'm going to beat your defensive hand on the right side. My head just goes straight. You too. So it's the underhook side. If you go straight that 5-0, great, you now got more control. You see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So my defense is to push down. As I start, and if I defend this goes right into my trap. Right there. This is all I want you to do. Instead of shrugging your shoulder, I want you to spider crawl this to the back of my shoulder blade. Keep walking like a spider. Push your head forward. All the way. Sorry. So let's do it again. There you go. So try to get from here. If you can do this because you got good big hands, but let's go to the 2-on-1. Here. Yep. Here. This is going to be way, if you go against people that are taller, you might only get this. And what this does is it allows me to fight this. When I peel this, this hand's going to go over to where you need it. And I'm at a disadvantage. So we're going to work on that transition. Stab the heart, grab my hand, I'm going to fight. I'm going to go 2-on-1. Boom. I'm going to start peeling. 1, 2, 3, go. If you get to this side, and you're still not sure, and I start putting my hand up here, I want this heel, not your toe, heel to go to my elbow pit. So I want you to bring your knee to your chest, and think of bringing your heel way high up over my elbow, and you're going to get it here. Get this behind my body, and now get it really back in, and you finish your choke. now you've got 5 grip on this side, and hook my elbow. I've got no defense. My only defense is this. Right? But this is all contingent on keeping hold of that trap. I don't want to use that elbow. But these are like things you're going to get to eventually, especially, like I said, with different body. Right? So you can find yourself in these positions.
And then when you got that 5-0 grip, you said it's basically a Kimura setup. Is there something of like moving to the side with that or something?
Doesn't matter, so whatever I'm going to have. And so if I have this and I lose this position, a lot of people go, oh, my hand's free. He can no longer choke me. I just come over and grab their hand or my hand.
Okay.
This is essentially the floor.
Yeah. Okay.
I can go to one here, switch to more traditional Kimura or whatever. This is basically, I got your elbow, I'll turn it to my chest. Because you're like, oh, you can't choke me. I'm like, no, I'm going to fucking do it.
Okay. So then you just bend over that way.
Again, I'll start doing that chest to shoulder. I'll go from here, I'll let go of the hook, and I'll start controlling it.
Okay.
Because I don't always have, this is why you feel my legs are really strong. I'm trying to control your hips, because I can't get down your thighs, I can't unhook your knees. So I'm putting all my pressure on this shoulder and this hip.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck is he so strong? I'm really trying to open a lot.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm hoping to get my little heels in front of your hips.
Nice.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah. Yeah. You bet.
I wish I had like an hour session with people. Like the beginning, it was usually just